And I remember when he went to hospital, so he didn't know how long he's going to stay in hospital. He said for my mother to every single day to put a phone next to his bed and hear the MDY.
Yiddy was a major, larger-than-life human being, but he portrayed himself as someone in the back. But at the same time, the moment he opened his mouth, everyone wanted to hear everything he said. Despite the pain that he had in his feet, he would be able to stand for hours talking with people. If he felt that he could inspire them, he would give up anything, kuvvet, geld, if it meant hurting even one person. He was the biggest Mekadosh Shamayim. The way his midas, the way he dealt with people, human beings, his heart.
8 years ago, the first time I went to Eretz Yisrael, he took me down around as a tour guide, and we had some sort of a connection. I got very close to a person that could be a Talmud Chacham. Whatever I asked him in Shas and Eretz Yisrael especially, he knew every single detail. And B, he can be a very nice person who understands other people into a level which I didn't see anyone should understand other people like him. Whenever I had something that I didn't understand or I didn't understand other people, I used to call him, and everybody knew him as a regular random person. But he wasn't a random person. This guy was a huge Talmud Chacham. 2 years ago, I picked him up from the airport, and on the way from the airport, he is like, Yossi, now we're starting the Yomi new cycle. Why don't you join? I said, I want to join, but I'm for sure going to stop after 1 year. Everybody falls off. Why should I start learning? Everybody after one Masechta falls off. Why should I start? Yiddy said, so what? You'll do one Masechta. You know what it means doing one Masechta? Start doing one Masechta. Some people are not starting because they want the whole complete Shas finish. You start, you'll never regret it. Start learning now. So I started joining. I was looking for an online shir, and I found Rebbe Stefansky's Daf Yomi shir.
Megillah Daf Yud Gimel. How's everybody doing? The Gemara tells us that the same woman that we know as Basya, Bisya, she also had other names, Yered, Gedor.
I saw 8-minute daf. I said 8 minutes I have, I'll start joining with 8 minutes. But then I saw it's not only 5 minutes, there is a 45-minute shir every day. So I started joining the 45-minute shir every day, and I got hooked.
Come here, Rabbi Yossi. Come here. I know Hasidim hate this. This is like the worst thing you can do to the Chassid. You know what's even worse?
I got so tightly hooked every single day. I didn't miss a day since Bruchas till today. I called up Yiddy after a year in the shir. I said, Yiddy, you hooked me up in Daf Yomi, now I gotta hook you up. There is a Daf Yomi shir of Stefansky in Bet Shemesh. There is a very colorful crowd there, Hasidim, Litvish, all sorts of people, Martin Orthodox, Kippa Sruga, all kinds of people. And you'll love it. He tried it once, and he told me, I'll tell you a secret. I finished Shas already. I didn't tell this for anyone. And Art Scroll was my chavrisa. Now Rebbe Stefansky is going to be my chavrisa.
Hold on. Your father's here. Shalom Aleichem. Wow.
Everybody knows, Yiddy Lebowitz knows that he learned the Daf at MDY, and he was very connected to that group, and he learned it every day, and he did the graphics for them, and he really enjoyed it and tried to introduce it to other people. He introduced me to it.
It's like a family. Everyone learns together at Daf Yomi, and we try to finish Gan Shas.
He liked the energy. He loved it every day. He was so happy when he started. I even once saw him randomly stop working, took a break, and he started learning the daf.
He always learned when he could, even when it was very weak. Always when I came home from yeshiva, I heard him with this sheet. And also he used to tell me interesting stories from that the Magshi said, and interesting jokes.
This is the Melech HaChayos, we always say. Melech HaChayos.
My father, used to say that the shir by Rebbe Stefansky is not just another Daf Yomi shir, it's a family, it's a community of people coming together to learn the Daf. And Rebbe Eli gives over the shir in such an entertaining way, such an engaging way, that even people who have tried and failed many times to learn the Daf stick with it.
Father was a big part in it. He made the graphics for them.
When he started working with this, he kept on calling me daily. Yodi, you gotta try this. I'm telling you, this is something you'll be so excited. You gotta join it.
And then he started working for MDY. He was 11 o'clock at night. I used to call him. I need an ads done today. And where was it? For the next morning, we needed to get ads. He was working day and night for MDY, doing all the graphics, all the website stuff. I have messages he sent me. It's 11 o'clock at night. I was fasting today. I have a headache, but if you still need it for tomorrow, I'll do it tonight. He was working with his heart and soul.
Who was Yiddy Denu? One of the guys from the Shir, a young guy, early 40s, who did all our graphics for Ami magazine, etc. He needs a refuah shlema. Reb Shalom Baruch Yehuda ben Malka Freda, sick with COVID and is out for a very long time.
And I remember when he went to hospital, so he didn't know how long he's going to stay in hospital. He said for my mother to every single day to put a phone next to his bed and hear the MDY.
When my father was in the hospital and a respirator, my mother used to go every day and play the shir for my father because she knew how much he loved the shir and how much he connected to it.
You could see whenever his wife put on the Daf Yomi shir for him, which meant the world to him, his heart rate went up. And you saw literally how numbers were changing. When he started listening to shir, even if he was in a coma, you could see literally the numbers going up.
And Lili Nishmas Reb Shalom Baruch Yehuda Zechron Levracha ben Rav Yosef Yechiel Michal Shlita Reb Yiddy Lebowitz by the MDY family. All right, sorry. Daf Yud Beis Omid Beis. We're holding Omar Rav Chanano.
So I think that it's going to be a very big zechus for his neshama. Anybody who can join the daf, Lina Nishmas, and learn it.
Join4Yiddy, you want to do for him? Join Daf Yomi. Start learning today. Yes, you, start learning today.
Start one shir, Lili Nishmas, my father, Reb Shalom Baruch Yehuda ben Yosef Yechiel Michal, and you'll see that you'll get hooked and you'll continue on to finish many, many mesechtas.
It would be a real zechus for his neshama if people would start learning the Lili Nishmusa.
To Alma Ketoif Sachara, Lehipa Belada Naira. You won't switch it off, ever. So you join as well. Join4Yiddy. I'll Join4Yiddy.
And whoever could join the shir, it would be very great, very good. They joined the Nishmas.
Join the daf.
Join4Yiddy.
Join MDY Leil Nishmas, my father, Shalom Baruch Yehuda ben Rabbi Yosef Yechiel Michal Shlita. Thank you.
Oh, your father's there. Shalom Aleichem. Wow.
Mm-hmm.